You're in the mortgage process, and now we're talking about submitting documents. What in the world? What do documents like? What do they mean? Why do they matter? If you watch any of the other videos about the mortgage process and application process, I talked a little bit about submitting documents and what that looks like. But we're going to go a little bit more in depth in this video of really what they are and why they matter and what kind of documents you're going to be asked to provide. So let's kind of dig into this. So obviously, documents are really, really important because you can put anything you want on a mortgage application. I can say that I make $1 million a month. I can say that I work for Jerry Springer. I can say that I am the CEO of the Dallas Cowboy football team. I can put down whatever I want. Let's be real. We have to prove that and we have to show that. And that is exactly what documents are doing, right? And so one of the hardest things and one of the things that does take probably the most time when it comes to getting a mortgage is submitting the documents. And it's why I highly recommend you start the process early because of a couple of things. Number one, it may take you a little bit of time to find some of these documents, and that's okay. I don't exactly expect you to have every single document just like boom at your fingertips. Some people do because that's just how they roll. But a lot of people, we have to go and we have to hunt them down and search for them. That's okay. Me too. I get it. And so, what I want for you is to have the time. If you're up against a wall and we've now found the dream house and we haven't done any of this work, it makes the process stressful. And at PBJ Mortgage, our goal is to make mortgage simple as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We only can do that and help you accomplish that if we are doing our due diligence to request the stuff up front. And so that is what we do. And that is what you should be doing after you submitted the application. You should be submitting documents. And so again, I'll go back to the fact that you're asking to borrow a lot of money. And the lender, the end investor, they want to make sure that you can actually pay it back. How do they do that? They take all the information that you provided and they're now going to verify and validate it with documentation. Okay. And so that is why you have to provide all that good stuff. And let's be real. Would you really want to loan somebody a whole bunch of money without making sure that they can pay it back? I don't think so. And if you say that, well, maybe I need a loan from you then. Just saying. So anyways, so a lot of people think that buying a mortgage is like buying a car. And first of all, I want to stipulate this right now. Okay. Really different kind of investment. First of all, cars are, yes, you can hide a car for a while, but they're fairly easy to go and repossess, okay? Going through a foreclosure process is a lot more complicated, a lot more legal, a lot more red tape and things and whatever, right? And for good reason, right? Like you live in your house. You don't typically live in your car. And so very different rules. And so a lot of people, when they think about providing documentation, they're like, but I filled out the application for a car and I didn't have to provide half that crap. So why do I have to provide on a mortgage? Well, mortgage is, again, a lot more money. There's a lot more legality to it. If anybody remembers that pesky little 0809 crash.
Stay tuned. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsors.
Imagine having the power to control your financial destiny, no matter where you start. Welcome to the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform, where financial education is tailored to your unique journey. We cover everything you need, from basic budgeting and saving strategies to advanced investing and retirement planning. Learn at your own pace with lessons that match your level of experience. Whether you're a beginner or looking to enhance your financial knowledge, join our community of learners and benefit from shared insights and expert guidance. The Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform equips you with the skills and confidence to take charge of your financial future. Ready to master your finances? Enroll in our courses today at the Financial Mastery Simplified course and resource platform. Start your path to financial independence now.
Visit us at fms.tips and fms.college for more information.
Hello and welcome to PBJ Mortgage, where your home ownership dreams become reality. Today, we want to share why choosing PBJ Mortgage is the right choice for your home financing needs. At PBJ Mortgage, we're built on a foundation of values that drive us every day. Our commitment to educate, empathize, and empower our clients sets us apart in the mortgage industry. Our clients are at the heart of everything we do, and their success stories speak volumes. With years of experience, our team possesses in-depth knowledge of the mortgage programs, ensuring you receive expert guidance and the best possible rates. We offer a diverse range of loan options to suit your unique needs, including conventional, FHA, VA, and more. No matter your situation, we've got a solution. At PBJ Mortgage, we pride ourselves on providing personalized service. Our dedicated loan officers are here to guide you every step of the way, making the process as smooth as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We understand that time is of the essence, which is why we've streamlined our processes for efficiency and convenience. Transparency and clear communication are paramount. You'll always know where you stand throughout your mortgage journey. Reach out to us today to set up a call to discover your options. If you're ready to make your home ownership dreams a reality, contact PBJ Mortgage today. Let us empower you during this exciting journey. Phone number 4-693-733-107 www.pbjteam.com. Visit our website or give us a call to get started. We look forward to helping you secure your future home. PBJ Mortgage, where home begins.
Thanks for your patience.
A lot of legislation and laws came out of it on like how we have to verify and things like that, because unfortunately before that we weren't maybe verifying as much as we should in our space. And so anyways, I want to make sure that you're providing proper documentation. So let's talk a little bit about what the documentation is. So commonly requested documents are going to be the following. Pay stubs. So that's pretty basic. That's going to be those little stubs you get that say how much you get paid, when you got paid, how much you've received for the whole entire year, all that kind of good stuff is more or less usually on them, okay? Most people get paid one of three different ways, okay? So either bi-weekly, so that is going to be every other week, semi-monthly, which is usually the 15th and the 30th or 1st, something like that, or monthly. Okay. Some people are paid weekly. That is a case, but it is a lot less common as far as what we see. And so you're going to have to provide 30 days worth of pay stubs. And so just to give you an idea, how many 30 days worth of pay stubs, if you're paid weekly, it's going to be 5. Because again, remember there's 4.33 weeks in a month. If you are bi-weekly, it is 3. If you are semi-monthly, it's 2. And if you're monthly, it's just 1. Okay. If you're unsure, look on your pay stubs and that'll kind of give you a good indication of kind of how often you're paid. So just kind of FYI, if you're unsure, you can always ask your expert as well. We'll be happy to tell you the frequency in which you're paid. Okay. Next up, bank statements. This one's pretty easy too, right? And so this is going to show how much money is in your account, and you are going to usually need to provide 2 months worth. Okay. So this is full months and full statements. This is very, very important. I'm going to explain why in just a second. I'll tell you a funny story. And usually, if you get electronic documents, you can literally just like log into your bank account. You can pull down 2 full statements and upload, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Okay. And so let's talk a little bit about why we need full bank statements. Okay. So I know that sounds crazy. I don't know why. Some bank statements leave pages intentionally blank. I think, and don't quote me on this, it might have been when people used to do some of their budgeting, they used to do like some accounting and things like that on those blank pages. I don't really know. I've never used the blank pages. I just see them all the time. But sometimes the page will say left intentionally blank. Yes, we have to have all the pages because we don't know if there's other important information on those pages. We don't know that they're blank. And just so we're clear, we're not just taking your word for it. Okay. So please make sure that you include all the pages, because we have had some customers, very well intentioned, not including those pages because they don't have anything on them. I definitely get it. Please include all the pages. We're going to ask you for all the pages. I don't want you to do extra work. Just include all the pages, please. Okay. Also, do not black anything out. I don't know why. You just provided me with a whole bunch of stuff, including your social security number. But people sometimes are afraid to submit the bank account number because they think that I'm going to steal their information. Okay. First of all, I could probably do a lot more damage with your birth date and your social security number than I could with just your bank account. Okay, just so we're clear. But second of all, I am under so many federal laws I can't even describe. I have a license, and I'm not sacrificing my license. This is, again, why you pick an expert, right? Because I'm not sacrificing my license for whatever money you have in your bank account, okay? So don't black anything out. The documents cannot be altered. They have to be the whole document. Okay, so just wanted to preface by saying, because it happens all the time, and I get it. I get from your perspective, you don't want us stealing your information. You're trying to be helpful and not include those blank pages, because why would we need them? I know it sounds crazy. Just do it. You're going to save yourself a hell of a lot of time and energy and heartache. Just please do it. Next up, government issued ID. So usually that's going to be a driver's license. You could do passport as well. It can't be expired. So if you let your license expire, guess what? You need to get on it because it cannot be expired, okay? So driver's license or passport, government issued ID. Some people will have like not a driver's license, but like a state issue ID card. That's fine too. As long as it's not expired, you're fine, okay? Next up is going to be W-2s. Okay, 2 years of W-2s. So W-2 is the form you receive at the end of every single year that has how much money you made. So, it's that form that says, you submit with your taxes. It says like, this is how much money I made. This is how much I paid in taxes. This is the company that paid me, that kind of stuff. Okay, that's a W-2. You need 2 of those. This is the most common one that people do not have on hand. You may have to ask your HR department. Sometimes it's in like a portal if you still work there where you can go and you can download it. A lot of people have got to search for this document. They often believe that it is attached to their tax returns. It is not. Most of the time when we get your tax returns, the W-2s are not attached. So just be advised that you do need to go find that documents, okay? Next up is going to be retirement accounts. So stocks, 401ks, IRAs, anything like this. Those statements are usually issued in 90-day blocks. So we just need one, most recent statement, okay? If you do get 30-day statements, then we need 2. We need it covering a 60-day window, okay? So just FYI there. And again, like the bank statement, all the pages, not just the first one, every single page. If there's 100 pages, I know. This is why you try to do electronic documentation, right? Thank God we're not having to print everything like the dark ages when I started in mortgage, which we printed everything and stacked it up in a huge big old file. We don't do that stuff anymore, okay? Next up, tax returns. 2 full years, the most recent years, all pages, all schedules. The only thing I don't need is state returns. If you have state returns, I don't need those. Federal income tax returns, every schedule. If you own businesses and those businesses have separate returns, I need all those too, and I need 2 years. Okay? Very, very, very important because there is a lot of potential implications that can come if we don't have the tax returns. If you don't have a copy of your tax return, but you have a tax provider who's been doing them, you can give them permission to send them to us. That's an option. Or you can go get them from them and then upload whatever you want, but you are going to need to do those. This is why it's important, guys, to get these documents up front because this is a lot of like paperwork you got to provide. And you may not have it at your fingertips, right? And so go ahead and get it early so that we've got it and you're not having to deal with it when you finally find that perfect house and now things are cooking with gas, okay? Other things that we sometimes will potentially have to have. So self-employment, people like that, we're going to have to 1099s if you have 1099s, if you have that. Military, there sometimes is potential military paperwork we have to have from you. So if you're doing a VA loan, a DD-214, some other things like that. Usually your expert will tell you what you need or the application will. It'll say, hey, you fill out this box and so you now need to provide me, etc. If you are retired, Social Security award letters, we're going to have those. Pension statements, usually you'll get like a pension award letter. We're going to have like that. Also, there's like a tax form that comes at the end of the year that you get for Social Security and for retirement, those as well, 2 years. So those are going to be some basic things. Another thing that I can think of quickly, child support or alimony, you're going to have a copy of the legal document that shows that you're going to get it. And then we will have to have proof you're receiving it. So that could be like a report from the attorney general of your state that shows that the amount's been paid, or it could be money going into your bank statement. And if that is the case, we're going to have to show at least 12 months. You're going to have to provide 12 months of bank statements, right? So just kind of as a FYI. All right. And so let's tell a story really quickly that I like to call the mountain of 1099s. So I had a loan for this woman, super amazing person. She was a public speaker. She was self-employed and she delivered keynotes and all kinds of speeches all over the country. And so people would hire her, and when they paid her, they issued her a 1099 because she wasn't like an employee of this company. That's how she got paid. And so there were a lot of 1099s that she had to hunt down. Luckily, she was a pretty well-organized individual, and so she had them all kind of well-organized, which I was very appreciative of, but understand that we did have to have all of them. all 2 years worth. And so we've had people where they're not counting a part-time job in the application. Totally get that. But if you got paid and it's going to show up on your tax return, we need the W-2. We're not going to count it necessarily for qualification, but we still have to have the paperwork. I get it. I get that it's a pain in the butt. You know, what can I tell you? If you're willing, if you need to borrow a whole bunch of money, you're going to have to jump through some hoops that you don't necessarily want to have to jump through. And trust me when I say, if I didn't have to have it from you, I wouldn't ask you for it, because I don't love just wallpapering my walls with documentation, right? Like that's not a fun experience for me. I simply want to make sure that we can get your information across and that we can do it timely and in a good way. Right? That's going to be the big overarching stuff. The very last thing that I will tell you that we do need to get from you is going to be anything surrounding any properties you own. So if you own a property and you've got a mortgage on it, the mortgage statement, insurance, property tax documentation, stuff like this, we're going to have some documentation kind of surrounding that. Again, the expert should, if they're any good, let you know what you're going to have to freaking provide. So please, please, please pay attention, because they are going to try to help walk you through that. But a lot of times people do get really overwhelmed. Don't get overwhelmed. Take your time. Just start getting organized, right? Just start getting organized and start, kind of walking your way through. And I promise that's going to be one of the bigger hurdles. And once it's done, it's going to be a huge load off. Your expert's going to really appreciate that you took that time and did that work, number one. And then number two, it's going to make your life a whole lot better moving forward.